All right, we should be live now.
Did you screen share?
I'm going to now.
All right.
I'm coming in now.
All right, we should be live now.
Yeah, we're live on YouTube. So what I'm trying to figure out with this, with the everything, what I'm trying to set, like, right. So I went to board stacks, right?
Wait,
And
hold
when I
on.
went to,
Hold your thoughts. Let me play my intro first, then we can get into that. All right?
yes sir.
Yes, sir.
Jordan. Okay.
Computer's a little slow. It's coming along. It's not really slow. Connection problem. right, guys. Welcome. Welcome. All right. Let me stop sharing the screen. Get us all back up. All right. If everybody could unmute their mic, please, their mics.
Yes, sir. What's up?
All right. So there we go. Everybody's mic is on mute now. So first, let me start by introducing myself. I'm Savon Smith, the founder of Founding Players and Savon's Academy Stars basketball program. Founding Players is a financial literacy teaching organization. The goal is to share, financial knowledge, with each other, um, just to educate ourselves on how to save money, manage money, and invest money, and put into our kids and put into ourselves, with education, finance, and that's what we're mainly about. The video that you just saw, is our place in Jamaica, in Ocho Rios, Jamaica, inside Columbus Heights. You can find our home on Airbnb.com. So the proceeds does go to help our, players, and again, it's a basketball program called Savon's Academy Stars. But Founding Players is where I want to teach the financial literacy to these players, and hopefully the parents can start saving for kids at a very young age, and hopefully when these kids become adults they can go on to their career and know how to manage their money, and that's our goal here. But tonight we have two guests that I met while working, constantly meeting people, and I developed a friendship with JD. JD, why don't I start with you? Because you were the first one I met. Um, so if you could introduce yourself, JD.
Uh, okay, hi everybody. My name is JD Johnson. I'm from Jamaica, but I raised here in America. And I met him like a few days ago. He tried to tell me about this tax stuff, but I actually was playing around. But today I actually come to my senses and say I want to do it. So I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to get to know more things. So yes, that's why I'm here.
Yeah, you said you're trying to come to your senses. I always tell people, hey, don't let time pass, when someone keeps giving you information. You know, I see you, maybe once or twice a week, maybe sometimes 3, 4 times a week, depends on the week, and if I end up at your store, and every time I see you, we joke around, we play around. We got a pretty good friendship going on. You take good care of the orders and stuff like that. We appreciate you, appreciate what you do. But time don't wait for anyone. So I'm glad that you're able to come on right now and get yourself started. I know you said you've been having a few issues, but you know what? Just like any issues in life, you'll definitely get over those issues that you're having. When it comes to investing in Robinhood. So we'll try and get that fixed and taken care of. Yeah.
Okay,
All
sir.
right.
Thanks for that.
Yes. And okay. So that was JD. And because of JD, I met Jordan. And I met Jordan today. Jordan subscribed to our YouTube channel today. And Jordan, if you could please introduce yourself as well.
Hey guys, my name is Jordan Silla, and I met Savon today while working through JD. He just just called me over because he usually jokes around. So we're giving out orders and whatnot, and I meet Savon, and he's trying to tell me like, oh, don't you do this? And we were looking at this trading platform. I was like, yeah, but I'm just still trying to figure this thing out. And then I met Savon, and he just tried to spill information, just some knowledge that could help me, better my portfolio. And here we are. He gave me the link to the Zoom, and as I decided to tune in.
All right. So welcome again, guys. One of the things that brought you here tonight is, we were having a talk and I kind of mentioned a few things to you. Give me a second. Okay. Yeah, I kind of mentioned a few things to you, a little bit of motivation, behind a little speech I was giving to you. And can you remember what we were talking about? You're like, you never thought about it like that. Do you remember what we were talking about?
Oh, we were talking about the companies that you choose to invest in. You should really look into you know, who the suppliers are, who do they manufacture to, how well are they doing in today's economy? Are is their product any good? What's the quality of their product? You know, current news that's going on with it. Like for instance, he was telling me about Tesla. Not everybody has enough money saved up to buy a good volume of Tesla shares. So you could just look at companies that supply parts for Tesla and then invest in that because they're always going to be in business as long as Tesla is needing to make more cars.
Okay. The reason I asked is because I wanted you to mention what I mentioned to you today. And exactly, Tesla is a great investment. And not everyone that I'm going to come across is going to have a lot of money to buy a number of shares of Tesla. Because in order for you to have a good amount at the end, you have to invest a good amount in the beginning. And I believe one share of Tesla is now $800 plus. So you figure if you wanted two share of Tesla, you would have to get $1,600, and that's only two. So if Tesla goes from 800 to 1,000, you're gaining 200 each share that you have. So now you have $400. Where I was explaining to you that yes, you could still invest in a Tesla, whether it's one share and it goes up $200, $300. That's the amount that you're going to get. But a Tesla, or cars in general, they have parts that makes up these cars. And there's companies out there that makes these parts. So the Tesla is a lot more expensive when you can research and find the companies that makes the tiny little parts to go in that car. And some people overlook, those type of companies, and those are the companies you want to research. I'll even speak on Neo. That's another electric car, and it's way cheaper than Tesla. So I'm of the belief that you want to invest wisely. You know, you want to invest in things that you're using every day, things that's reliable. You know, Tesla is popular, so most people are gonna want to invest in a Tesla, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, but let's go over it again. You're gonna invest $800 for a share of Tesla when you could take $800 and you could actually put it in and that's one share of Tesla, when you could actually possibly research, find a penny stock for $1 and get 800 shares. Not all penny stocks are bad. Out with the old, in with the new. So think about that. With everything that's going on with the coronavirus right now, there are new companies that's coming to be. They have to start from somewhere. Not every company can come out IPOing at $50, $100, $200. Some of them have to start small. So I'm a firm believer in do your research and invest wisely, which is why I'm mentioning that. So don't get caught up in the popularity of a Tesla. Do the research and buy stocks that is new, that nobody's paying attention to. That would be my advice that I would, give, the less fortunate who don't have $1 million to invest in Tesla, or a couple $1,000s to invest in a Tesla, to where you can get a number of shares. But yeah, that was our conversation, which is why I wanted to bring it here to the YouTube channel, because I wanted people out there to know, that it makes sense to invest in the parts that's going into a Tesla. There's companies that makes those things. Any car. Elon Musk don't work by himself. Trust me. Networking. If you start a business, you're gonna network. There's three of us on here right now. If I start a business, I want to network with the two of you. So we don't work alone. Business don't run by itself.
That's true.
Yep, if the
That's
three of
very
us
true.
have business, we have to market. We're gonna meet people while we're marketing. And those other people, some have businesses, some are customers. But at the end of the day, we got to do our research and invest wisely. Um, JD, let's jump to you. We kind of jump back and forth. JD,
Yes, sir.
all right. So what's the issue that you're having now with your Robinhood that you finally downloaded? What's the issue?
Okay. Actually, I'm trying to tell you, so I downloaded and it asks me like when I just download that, right? Everything was cool. It's telling me updated, like what I want to do, like it stacks them, right? So when I click for both stacks, like I want to invest in this stacks, right? And I go over, it's telling me like to go over, like to fill out a lot of stuff. Like, let's start it. Jordan was helping with part just now. He asked me what's the long term I want to invest in, like how much years I want to be in it for.
Yeah, so
You know what I'm
you gotta
saying?
pull out, all that. Give me a second. I'm paying attention to the chat for a minute. I realize that Ed's in the chat. Ed's our business partner. Ed, if there's anything that you can add into the chat so that JD can see and Jordan can see, if you have information that you want to share, please go ahead and share it in the chat, so they can know what they need to do in Robinhood. And guys, again, Edwin, it says Frecon in the chat. He's the one that introduced me to stocks, and Robinhood and all that stuff. So he can definitely help. I can too, but I want to get some interaction from the chat. I don't want to sit here and give you guys all the information by myself when I can have some assistance and get some communication from the chat. And if there's anybody else out there, you have any question, go ahead and ask it. I know Kelleen and Peter is out there. Do me a favor, man. Ask some questions. Let's communicate in this chat. You got any questions for JD or Jordan? Ask them. All right, so back to you, Jordan. So those things you have to definitely pull out. Robinhood won't let you proceed until you fill those questionnaires out. All right, so Ed says answer the questions and fill it out. Probably can change after. Can you read what's in the YouTube chat, Jordan?
You mean JD?
Oh yeah. Sorry. Jaden, can you read what's in the YouTube chat?
I'm trying to see. I can't see nothing in the YouTube chat.
Oh, because you're on your phone, right? Or you're on your phone. You're not on a computer, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're on your phone. All right. Well, you have to fill out those questionnaires before you can move on.
Okay.
So
That's what I'm trying to do.
have you done them all?
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm doing them right now.
Okay, so once you fill out all of those, you may still have to wait for your account to be live. So I don't believe you'll be live today. Ed, it's been a while since I've done it, so fill me in if you can. Do you get to use your account right away, or is there some time period before you can actually buy a stock, or is it a right away process? Okay, so Ed is saying it's probably asking you how you're going to use Robinhood. So all those things you have to answer.
Yeah, guys, the first tag is asking me, like it asking me how long I wanna, like, how long I wanna be like investing my money into this, like how long I wanna be in this for, like how I wanna be in Robinhood for,
Yeah.
and I'm
So
yeah.
just say
So those
lifetime.
questions I'm doing.
Say lifetime. You want to invest for your lifetime.
It
Man,
didn't
just
give
answer it the
lifestyle.
best way you can.
Yeah, he
Answer it
didn't give
the best.
lifestyle though. He give like up to 4 years, up to like 4 to 7 years, or up to 7 years.
All right. Well, choose whatever is best for you. Whatever you want to invest your time.
Okay, I'm on it.
But yeah, man, great. So while you're doing that, we're gonna jump back to JD. All right. So
Okay.
JD, can you see in the chat, or you can't?
Me or Jordan?
Jordan. Sorry, y'all the JJ man, JJ's man.
No, I can't see in the chat.
All right. Okay. So we're gonna speak to you now. So do you have any questions for me?
Um, no, not at the moment. I'm sure some will arise as this continues to go on.
All right.
Mhm.
All right. So well, I'll take the floor and I'll talk, and if I have a question for you, you can just answer it. But as I said earlier when we met, you know, you was kind of loving what I was saying as far as how do I do my research and how do I buy my stocks, which stocks do I invest in? And I pretty much explained to you that if you walk inside of Walmart, you are going to buy the things that you use every single day. A lot of people will go inside the store and they'll buy unnecessary things. So treat the stock market the same way. Think about it as going into a store. Do you want to buy unnecessary stocks? You need water, you need milk, you need bread, you, you might need butter, you might need some coffee because lots of people drink coffee to wake up every morning for to have a great day at work, get some energy. So the necessities that we need every single day, we invest every single week
All right,
into
hold on,
making
sir.
sure.
Hold on.
Uh,
This is JD. All right. It's saying the number of dependents, right? I'm like, I'm supposed to put a zero for that, or what?
yeah, you ain't got no dependents, do you? Do you have a kid? Do you?
Yeah, I do got kids.
Well,
I got
then you
two
got a
kids.
dependent. Then you got a dependent. Put in what
All
you got.
right,
How many kids you got? 10?
man. I said two.
All right. Well, put in your dependents. Man.
Okay.
All right. So jumping back in, as I was saying, when you go to the store, you don't want to buy unnecessary things. Most of us, we're going to buy the things that we know we need every single day. I mentioned coffee. A lot of people drink coffee. So guess what? Before the pandemic, a Starbucks would have been a great investment, and it probably still is because if it did fall, if their stock did fall, most likely their stock's going to come back. If it doesn't come back now, it will come back at some point. I give another example: airlines. If people stop traveling as much and everything gets back to a little bit of normalcy, at some point, if those stocks went really low, there's a great chance that they are going to come back strong. So we got to look out for things that we do every single day. People take vacations. Right now, people aren't taking as many vacations, but if we get back some normalcy, all those things are going to come back. So that's another way to invest when you are, I mean, you have to think about that when you are investing, I should say. Also, you have to pay attention to what's going on. You know, we could be hurting the planet. Not could be, we are. We're hurting the planet that we're living on. So change is needed. So having electric vehicles might be a good thing. We used to have a lot of gas stove. Now electric stove would kind of save your house from burning down. You know, less chance of your house burning down. So I'm just saying we got to change with the times. We got to make things better. So you got to invest in things that's making the planet better to live on. So you got to think about those type of things when you're doing your research and you're looking to invest your money. You want to put your money in things that is going to make this world a better place, things that we're going to need, we're going to use. It's necessities. Now, some things are necessities and they're not produced by great companies, so you have to know the company inside and out. So if you have a bunch of different companies producing water, you have to check out each of them and see which company does a better job managing their business. So if you have a company producing water and they're not managing their business well, your stock's not going to do well. But if you invest in a company where their financials are great and they're managing their business well, their stock's going to do well. So those are things to think about. And as I said, don't roll with popularity only. Tesla is very, very popular. It doesn't mean that it's the strongest investment. So those are some pointers that I can give based off of how I do my research. And again, times have changed and time continues to change. The wheel turns, so does the world. It's just going around. So things are always going to be coming. So it's either we're going to be sticking with the same old thing or we're going to adapt to the new thing. There was once typewriter. Are we still using typewriters? Some people are, but it's a lot slower than the computer. They were beepers. Now we got cell phones. We ain't got to walk to a payphone to go put a quarter in to make a call, even though payphones are still around. Things get easier. Some people may not like it, but guess what? The future is not about the older folks. The future is about the younger folks. So if we don't change and adapt to what makes things better, then we're never going to be able to invest in things to be, make us profits if we're not changing with the time. And now is the perfect time to actually invest in this change that's happening. So technology's out there, man. I'll jump into biotech companies for a few. Because of the coronavirus, biotech companies are very strong right now. So just think about Moderna and Pfizer coming to the table with their vaccine that was approved. And think of the population throughout the world. And think to yourself, can those two companies produce all these people with these vaccines? Or are we going to need more? Especially if these vaccines are really working out. So just imagine how much money can be made if this vaccine actually get us back to some normalcy and people start to get comfortable again. Right now, Moderna is trading at a little bit over $100. And I'm of the understanding that it's going to get pretty high, especially when good news comes and we get back to some form of normalcy. So I say that to say this, that's obviously a good investment. Now, stocks are risky, but every day we risk our lives when we get in and out of our home. Even when we're in our home, we could be risking our lives. So things are just risky in this world that we live in. but that's a risk that I will take and continue to take because I'm of the belief that we got to get back to some normalcy. The world turns, things happen all the time. Dust yourself off, get up, and keep it moving. So, the world has changed. I don't care if we wear masks forever, but at the end of the day, there's going to be some kind of normalcy that will come back. Nothing stays the same. So, again, I'm giving information that I do believe biotech companies have a great upside because of what's going on and because we need normalcy back in our life. Now, I'm not no financial advisor, but I'm just sharing what I know helps me. And if you want to do your research, my knowledge that I'm sharing is just for you to listen and invest at your own risk. So, did that resonate with you guys? Because I would like you guys to, speak on it, on what I just spoke about. Hello, quiet people.
I'm listening to you.
I mean, that's great. Let me get back to my chat for a second then. Hold on. Let me see what my chat's saying. Kel, do you always come back up? Huh? You always Oh, do they? Um, that's Kelleen. Do what always come back up, Kelleen?
So question asking, right?
Yeah,
So
don't ask your question yet. Let me hold your question for a second. Let me see what Kelleen is asking in the chat. Do they always come back up? Do what always come back up? Oh, stocks. Um, to, yeah, stocks go up and down. Ed, are you still here? Ed says, adopt to change or get left. True indeed. True indeed. See, guys, this is a tough job to pay attention to the chat plus the YouTube. I mean, plus the Zoom. I just had to let Jordan back in. I think he kicked him out. All right. I think he's back in now. All right. Oh yeah, Ed. So are you still here? Because if you are, I would like you to type so Kelleen can get a good understanding. Even though I'm speaking, I want to see some interaction in the chat if possible. If Ed, if you're still here. But to answer your question, Kelleen, stocks go up and down just like life. That's how life is. Some days are up, some days are down. So stocks are doing the same thing. I give an example to you. All my stocks are gonna go up and down. There's no way that everything just goes up. Even Bitcoin right now goes up and come down. That's what stocks do. Again, just like life. If a stock goes from, I have a lot of stock that I bought that was $1 and less, or a little bit under $2. And majority of them have skyrocketed up to in their 20s, and in their teens, which is a great thing. But I know that it goes up and it's going to come down. It's not gonna come all the way down like that, because I do my research. Most stocks that I hold, I give an example. If I have a stock that I buy, say at $1, and it goes to $3, it sells off to about $2 or a little bit above $2. Then I hold it, I continue to hold that stock. And let's just say another month it goes to $4. And I know it's possibly going to come back down to $3. So it's kind of like slow growth stock, but it's growing. So a month from then, that same stock goes to $10 and it drops back down to $7. So yes, stocks are going to do that. It's either when it goes at its highest on that day that it does, that you may sell some of your shares. Not all, some of your shares. That way you still keep what you bought it in at the lowest. Or you just keep it knowing that it's going to keep on going, which is what I do with a lot of my stocks. I like to hold. So I'm a long-term investor, that's why. So again, if that stock goes from $10, say now to $20, again, it's going to come down. Even if that stock goes to $100, it's going to come down. That's just what stocks do. So it's a matter of, where do you take your profit? Where do you want to get out at? Where do you want to sell? That's what it boils down to. But with my research, my stocks, I educate myself on the history of the stock, and I know what the stock is. We don't really know, but I have my candles in my own head as to what it's gonna do, and it's usually doing that. I equal it to basketball. I play basketball. If I take a shot, I'm the one taking that chance, and I'm the one knowing if it's gonna go in or not. But do I really know? No, I'm just taking the shot. Because if I knew it was gonna go in, I would be a genius. I would win the lotto. But at the end of the day, I'm the one with the confidence. So when I take the shot, I'm of the belief that it's going in, especially if I train myself to do it the same way every single time. It's most likely that I know 9 out of 10, possibly 8, is going to go in because of training. So now I take that to stocks. My research give me the belief what a stock is going to do. If it does anything differently than that, I'm okay. Because more times than none, it's not going to do too much different than what I'm thinking it's going to do, because I listen a lot. I listen a lot. Let's use Tesla, for instance. It's popular. So odds are, like even when it split, when it was almost $2,000 and it did a split and went all the way back down to $300 a share, you still had a lot of people saying, well, I don't really know if it's going to go back up. I don't really know. They're questioning if it's going to go back up to 2,000. And people spend many hours wasting time thinking like that, if it's going to go back up. Well, I use my common sense. That's a popular stock. That's Tesla. And that's a no-brainer. I don't need to spend too much time wondering if it's going to go back up. It's just a matter of when. That's the way I treat my stocks. I have to understand them. So I understand a Tesla. So while people are spending time wondering, I'm not wondering. I'm knowing. So when it did its split and it's down way lower and lots more people can afford it now, That's a no-brainer. So I could have told a cat to buy that. It's a popular stock. It's Elon Musk. It's a no-brainer. So that's the way I look at a lot of stocks that I own. It becomes a no-brainer because of your belief in that stock. No different than when I believe that I'm going to make a shot. So I'm making many shots on the stock market because of my belief. Because I'm not going to take a shot that I know is not going to be giving me any kind of profit or any kind of good feeling that I believe. No, I have to research to know that this is going to work out for me. Nobody can tell me any different. If I fall flat, let me fall flat on my face, but I'm still going to dust myself, sit my face off. Some people might not dust their face off and just stay down and cry. I'm not doing that. So to me, stocks like life. Life does the same thing. So I buy things that's I know people need, people use, people gonna need. Just like the new technology, I know it's coming. You can't stop it. There's only one person that could stop that. It ain't humans. When change happens, you can't stop it. Especially when it's or like it's there. Who gonna stop the computer? Like when the computer came about, it doesn't matter how many people complain about the internet. You can't stop it. Who can stop Facebook? It came to fruition. Like who's gonna stop that? You can't. The only thing that could stop that is another company knocking it off. Like how Amazon knocked off some stores. You can't stop. So at the end of the day, we got to see what's going on and we got to invest in what's going on. But again, I'm no financial advisor. I am just sharing. So invest at your own risk. But I'm just sharing my knowledge because we are a financial literacy teaching program. Sometimes we're going to talk about stocks. Sometimes we're going to talk about managing your money. Sometimes we're going to have our tax guy come on and speak on things. It's all education. And knowledge is power. You know how much I learned over this year when it comes to stock market? I learned a whole lot to where I literally have a job investing. And that's amazing because I never even thought that I was going to be doing this. And I literally have a job investing. It's my job. And it's fun because I know what I'm doing. But JD, you said you had something, so go ahead.
Okay. What I'm trying to say, I finished this like the situation that you guys say I have to do. Yeah. So I'm trying to see if I'm clear for action. Could invest the more stocks if I wanted to for the night, or I gotta wait time to do all of this stuff.
Well, I'm trying to see if Ed was still in the chat, but I don't see him. So, I believe if I remember right, I think there's a wait, but you should be able to tell me, to be honest. So, did you connect your bank account?
Yes, sir. My bank account connect with it, and when I bought the stacks, all right, I connect for. I was connecting. I was saying I was about to do 50 worth of stacks, and when I connected, I actually get a text. Like every time I claim for text, and like I got more stacks, I get a text.
Oh,
But
so
the
you
difference,
actually bought something then?
I actually bought something.
No, that's what you're just explaining, right? You got a text.
Yeah, I got a couple texts. from them. Yes, and the app, when the amount of money that I actually say I was about to use for the for it, I did have $50 the stuff where I actually was about to bought, and I just it's saying that I actually spent about nine dollars to stocks. I could actually text you it. I'm gonna text
Uh,
it to you right now
So
to your
are you
phone.
saying you deposited fifty
$50.
and then you bought $9 worth of
Oh,
stuff?
that's stack.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm about to text it to your phone right now. So you could see for yourself. You could tell me, guys, I don't really to know much. You the one who teaching me a lot.
All right. Well,
Mhm.
let me look at it after we come off because off here, I will share with you.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, but there it is. You know, you're ready to go. So, and that also answered the question that I didn't even remember. If you know, as soon as you sign up with Robinhood, if you are able to trade right away, and I believe you are because you just told me that you did some trade and you just answered those questions and just signed up and connect your bank account. So for those who are listening out there, you know, if you don't have Robinhood already and you want to invest, download it, you know, get your information in there, connect your account, and you're off and running. Because right now, JD, you're off and running, man. And congratulations. You know, now you can take your future in your hand.
Thanks, man. Ain't gonna lie. First time hearing about this, things I got dope.
Mhm.
Cause the scamming stuff that's going on, gotta think twice. You know what I'm saying? And I come to my senses today, and I look at things like, well, I can just try to invest. Like, got my money. I'm buying shoes, clothes. It's like I'm investing myself, but I'm not doing it the other way too. It's like I'm investing in clothes, but I'm not on shoes and not investing in stuff we're gonna benefit coming in, bringing income in. So today I come to my senses and trying to get income coming to me more than buying shoes. You know, shoes could get rotten tomorrow, could throw it away. I just don't get something that's gonna benefit me so I could buy more shoes if I wanted to and these things. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, definitely. And, you know, I always remind myself that, you know, Michael Jordan have his own shoes and so does a lot of other people. And I'm sure he wears his shoes. And if he don't wear his shoes, he wears other people's shoes, you know, so maybe
Shoes.
some of his business partners that he may have, you know, or some of his colleagues, you know, supporting each other, you know, rather than supporting somebody he does not know, you know, and we continue to do that. We continue to support people that we don't know, overlooking the people that we do know. You know, we should be helping each other, you know. So if I have my sneaker, you have your sneaker, Jordan have his sneaker, and I wear yours and Jordan wear mine and vice versa. You get what I'm saying? We are helping each other. We each have our product and we are each supporting each other's product. You know, if we each have a Jamaican store, I eat at yours, you eat at mine, you know, and so on and so on. You know, there's plenty out there for all of us. Not everyone is gonna want to own a business. Some people are just meant to do certain things. Like how we want to invest. Not everybody's gonna want to do that. It's a large world, man. You know, so if we're here talking about investing, not everybody's gonna want to do that. You know, you gotta help yourself. You can't help everyone, but if you have your circle and within your circle, those people are making a difference, then keep your circle. If your circle grows a little bit or grows a lot, keep your circle because that is your circle. But then somewhere in the world, there's another circle out there that's not doing this, but they're also having success at whatever they're doing. That's just their cup of tea, you know. So at the end of the day, we have to realize put like-minded people around you. Just like when I come, to pick up my order from you when I'm there. We laugh, we joke, we're building a relationship, a friendship, man. I call it a friendship relationship, you know. So man or woman, it don't matter. We all related somehow, man. And we gotta all come together and help each other. If you in a different lane and I'm driving in a different lane, that don't mean I gotta run you over in your lane, bump cars like bumper cars. Stay in my lane, you stay in your lane. So if I'm introducing you to what I do and that's not your cup of tea, you stay in your lane. I can still support you in your lane. I drive for myself and for others around me. I ain't just driving for myself. So as I'm driving, I'm always paying attention to who I could bring into my circle. And if they don't want to come into my circle, they stay in their circle and they bring their people in their circle. I bring my people in my circle. So across the world, everybody can't be the same. Everybody can't be rich. Everybody can't own a business. Some people got to work for someone. If I, which I do, I should say, I have my own business. Well, guess what? That's employment for somebody. Because if you are employed, that's where you start. It's not where you finish. So I can be working a job, or anybody could be working a job, and one day they could have their own business, or they could be working a job and that's what they want to do. But my mindset is I like to have my own so I can help somebody get theirs as well. It's my mindset. That's why I spoke to you guys. That's why I want to always share with you guys, because my mindset is to always try to help as many people as I can. But not everybody wants to do that. But that's my cup of tea. That's my coffee every day. When I get an order from your store, I'm already coming there to bother you. That's my cup of tea. You heard that, Jordan? I mean, JD. JD. JD, you heard what I said?
No, sir, I didn't hear what you said. Can you repeat, please?
I said, when I come to your store, I already know I'm coming there to bother you.
Funny.
You know it too.
Sir.
And you bother me right back.
So we gotta learn from each other, right? Like thing what I'm gonna say too is like when you came to my store, you actually look out. You know what I'm saying? For the first time you saw me, you told me like about this Robin Hood. And you could have do it on to tell me that. You know what I'm saying? You could have come there and like get your order and you could go without looking out and tell us like, it's a bigger picture out there. Like it's a future in front of you where you don't see him. More than you came here, you work, and next you're gone again. When there's a bigger future out there in front of you, you could just come and show us the right way of investing our money into something that gonna benefit me. When you shouldn't have to do that because you don't know me from nowhere, but you just do it. That show me of way. Like there's a lot of people out there that care about other people, that can uplift other people and help other people during this pandemic and during this worst time in all of us life. And I really appreciate that what you done for us. You know what I'm saying? For me and Jordan and for everybody else that you put on to this situation that could help us and benefit back so we could help feed our family.
Yo,
That's what I got to say.
yeah, it's funny that you say that, but I just want to elaborate on it, and thank you, man. That's why I say that's my cup of tea. That's my coffee. For every day, is to see people help people, as long as they are approachable. Because how many people would you say work at your store bringing out the orders? Just give me a number, whether it's 10 people, 15 people. How many would you say?
I would have said it is right. Bringing out the order, I would give you like around 15, like what you said, 15 to 18 hours.
All right.
Not much.
Okay. So the reason I ask you, would you say I communicated with everybody that walk out of that store? So if there's 15 to 18 people, would you say that I've spoken to every single one of them and probably are friends with every single one of them?
Sir, you must like keep yourself to your car. Like today's the first time you actually hold a conversation with Jordan. If I didn't call Jordan over, you probably wouldn't. Like the same thing with Mark. Like it's the same thing you did. Like when I called Mark over, you actually was showing Mark a situation, but you guys was like you was trying to educate him, and he was trying to educate you at the same time. So yeah, like pretty much you don't actually talk to people like me. On the person you come there, talk to, we laugh, run joke. Yeah,
Um, but he came back to me and he told me that I
was right.
won the he said I won that debate. So I did tell him that I want him to come on the YouTube channel and speak because we all have our own point of view, you know. But sometimes you have to debate and may both of us, make our point come out, come across, and he did say to me that he believed that I won the debate that we were having, you know, and I don't know everything, but I do my research. That's why I'm able to invest in these stocks and have success because it's the same thing in anything that I do. If I'm going to debate you, I'm going to come correct. And if I'm wrong, you're gonna know that I'm wrong because you making a point that overshadowed mine and made more sense than my point. You get what I'm saying? Is if me and you talking and I'm making a point to you and I'm trying to show you that what I'm saying makes sense. If you could show me that yours make more sense, then I'm gonna shake your hand because I just learned something, you know, and that's what happened. It's happened to me many times where I'm telling someone something and it does make sense, but they hit the hammer on the nail and made me think of something that I never thought about to add to what made sense to me.
Yeah, but sometimes in this life, we all got to learn from someone. You know what I'm saying? Like we actually sometimes we feel like we know it all, but someone else out there know more than us who could educate us and show us. Just like what you said back then. You were saying like with Mark, he came back and he told you because he go back and he does his research and he's saying that what you were saying is correct more than what he said. But he came back and he shake your hand and let you know you was right. A lot of people wouldn't have done that. So
Mm.
that's the respect standard.
Yep, definitely. And I definitely respect that because like you said, a lot of people wouldn't do that, and just to say the topic that we were kind of on when we were talking with him, it was more on the line of, like the the world is set up for us to fail, meaning as, you know, black people. And I don't want to get too much into that, but I don't believe in that, you know. And he was on the side of, yeah, everything's against us. And I don't believe in that, and it's not a correct way of
To
thinking.
yeah, because you were saying it the same day. You said to me after the whole situation, you said to me right there on spot. You said that's what we hold ourselves to be, and we hold ourselves in that circle. Like it's like a whole tube. Like we a whole soccer ball, but we inside of that tube that we hold our mindset at. Like we're not thinking big, we're thinking small about oh this or the world set up against us. When we're not thinking like oh we could do the same thing where everyone else do and do better. But we just only thinking small. You know what I'm saying? And if you turn up, you was right about all of this thing.
Yeah, Because if everything is stacked against us, man, we can't just sit there and just be like, yo, this is why we're not coming up because it's stacked against us. No. The reason why you're not coming up is because you're not breaking down those bricks, man. That's it. It doesn't matter how many bricks another race got stacked against you. Break down the bricks, man. Listen, if I tell myself I'm going to be a millionaire, man, that's what's going to happen. Just believe that. But if you
Yeah,
keep on letting people tell you, yo, it's hard to get there, that's what's going to happen too. It's going to be hard to get there. But yeah, for instance, most people I know plays lotto and wants to win $1 million. They would like to win $1 million and they play every chance they get. But for me, I'm off the mindset that I'm not trying to win $1 million. I'm trying to make $1 million, and I've done that over and over in my lifetime.
yeah, but you got a point with this $1 million with the lotto, right? Just like say you win $1 million tomorrow morning, right? With the lotto.
Mm,
$1 million is like you could say it's not a lot of money for a person. You could win $1 million tomorrow, but what you planning doing with that $1 million so you could make yourself grow?
mm-hmm, exactly.
Because you could win $1 million and you can be investing in the stocks, but at the same time your stocks going more. You're getting more in that $1 million. When you take that $1 million that you win from the lotto, and you could just spend on bought a house, and then after what you're gonna have after that, you're gonna have it's going down, right? When the stock's going higher with your money, so it's a way different stock of way. Win the lotto, you spend that money while you investing in your stocks, and it's going up more than going up. 5, 10 years from now, you probably have more than to that $1 million. A lot of people don't know how to flip it and make it. And that's the
Um,
way you gotta know.
keep this in mind too, though. Just like life, stocks are risky. So it's not just about jumping into the stock market and investing, your million that you somehow won. It's a matter of doing your research and making sure you understand the different opportunities that's out there, not just on the stock market. You know, buying a car, would classify as one of the worst investments that you can make because it depreciates. Anytime you can buy a home, that's a good investment. Anytime that you can buy something that's going to gain is always a good investment. So real estate is a very good investment. So when it comes to the stock market, you have to do that research. There's index funds, ETFs, and what that is a bunch of companies that's doing well put together, and your money is a little bit less risky. But again, everything in life is risky. You could still buy a home, and it could still you could buy it for 200,000, and the market goes down, it could be 150,000. But even so, the stock market do that. It goes down and then it goes back up. So depending on the number of years you keep your house, it might lose for a minute, but 10 years from now, it's not going to lose because of inflation. So you don't just jump into the stock market and just say I'm going to invest. You go in doing your research and learning where to put your money, and that's where you gain on the million that you went in with. So I'm glad you're part of Robinhood now. But I want you to definitely take your time, take the time to research and not just throw your money out there. Don't get excited. Don't listen to too many people throwing you their ideas. Try to listen to yourself. Maybe use somebody like myself before you go throwing money around.
It's the difference with me now. I'm be keeping real with you. I never grow as a child like grow with gold spoon in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? But I could say that I get money, I saw it come and I saw it go. You know what I'm saying? My
Mhm.
mom's side, yeah. My dad's side, different. Because they said they do got it, but my mom's side don't. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I grew up with my mom. So for the end of the day, I know I gotta done these things to make my mom, my sister, my brother proud. You know what I mean? And my family proud of me to make sure say I could help them to be the person that they did want me to be. Cause a lot of people grow up today. There's nobody their parents raised them to be this person that can come back and help them. That's what they send me to school for. So we could go get a proper education so we could come back and they could depend on us to make sure they being helpful and being great. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But that's what I'm trying to make myself to be. You know what I'm saying? As a young man, as me, I'm just 22. And I'm still trying to make sure that I made it, trying to do it before I actually reach it. A long time down in my 20, like my 27, 28.
Mhm.
So my mom could live a good life that she could said, I did that. And she proud and said, my son does this for me. We don't have to go the other way after robs teeth and these things. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Well, let's get you um going in the right direction. Work hard. Um, save your money in stocks. That's what I would say. To you is it can happen sooner than you believe because of what's happening in the world today. There's an opportunity out there, and I'm capitalizing on it. And that's why I continue to share what I know with people that I meet every single day. So what you just said, be real about it. And I know you are, but be locked in and be focused and don't let nobody sidetrack you. Be careful of anybody that's going to tell you do this, do that, and just try and keep the people around you that you know is having the success that you want to have. And I'm pretty sure you know that I'm one of those people. So I don't mind sharing with you. So jump on and grab a hold of people that gets it. And that's all you need in life. I have those people in life that gets it as well. And I want to grab a hold of them. I I I will say this to you also, and we'll get off of here after I'll give Jordan opportunity to maybe say something if he wanted to. You're kind of quiet, but I'll say this: I met Josh, which at some point Josh and I will come on here and we'll talk about what we do every single day. But I met Josh the same way I met you. I introduced him to the stocks, to Robinhood, the same way I introduced you to it. That's just what I do,
Yeah.
informing people. And when I tell you, Josh, who I introduced to the stocks, he's huge in it right now. Huge. Every single day we share information. Every single day we're researching. Every single day we know something that the normal people don't know. And I just met him. Just like I met you, I met him. I think it's 2 months now I've known Josh. And it's like I've known him for a lifetime. Just the way we put ourselves around each other and help each other to get ahead. And when I
Yeah.
tell you, the motivation between the two of us is amazing because all you need is people to believe and they motivate you. So that's what I'm saying to you is Josh, who I told about it, helps me and I
Mm.
help him. But I was the first one to help him. And it's like one hand washing the other. Now we're helping each other. And I can't say anyone is better than anyone. It's just a matter of the knowledge I shared with him. He's taking that same knowledge and applying it in his way. And together we're powerful. And we took a picture together, and I have a couple pictures we took together, and I have it in my phone. And we know where that picture is going to be when we reach our goal. And trust me, we on our way to that goal every single day. You know, and I just say that to say, listen, man, you might just be starting, but don't be surprised how quick your portfolio grows based off of what's happening. But you just gotta stay the course. And you gotta
just gotta stay focused.
Yep.
You just gotta know you started this business. You gotta start. You started feeling win and lose, but it's just a matter of time before you reach to the way you're supposed to your destination.
Yeah, and I'll say this. When I told Josh about the stocks, Josh had his priorities. He have his kids, he have his lady, he have all these responsibilities that he have in lined up perfectly, that he knows that he's busting his butt to make sure his family is okay. And he has it together. So the first thing he said to me was, I will do the best that I can to invest because, yes, I need to be doing that. And he was pinching to put a little in investing because of the responsibility. His responsibility is taking his money, in other words. And he was pinching a little to buy what he could buy in stocks. And when I tell you, when you see him, ask him, how did you own so many stocks right now when you were pinching? He's pinching and his portfolio is rising from pinching. So when people say that they don't have the money to invest, they're bugging because Josh pinched from the big pie that's going to his family. He pinched from it.
Take a seconds and for all the hard work he put in to put some of his money to a use, and he know it's 50-50 chances.
Yeah, he pinched from it, and now his portfolio is up there from pinching. So that just goes to show you that, listen, back in the days or before coronavirus, maybe you wouldn't have the chance that we see now. But that pinching, you'd be surprised what that pinching can bring you if you just stay locked in, man. And I tell you this, he pinched and pinched and pinched. Guess what now? He ain't pinching no more. He going in. So just think about, you didn't have it because your family is taking it, because that's your priority. So now you start pinching whatever you can pinch. And then your family sees your motivation and sees, oh my God, you're in this. You're really going at this. You really believe in this. And now he has the confidence to say, I got backing from my family. So instead of pinching, let me really go in. And now you can manage your whole family and do your own stocks, and nobody's suffering anywhere. Think about that. It's all about belief. You can accomplish a lot. It's not where you start, it's where you finish. He pinched, and now he doesn't have to worry about pinching. He's just investing. Yep. But Jordan, you've been quiet. Hopefully I was able to give a lot of knowledge, man. You know, we were on here for a while. It was supposed to be 30 minutes, but I'm sure the knowledge was, very good. I like doing stuff like this. I'm not on the YouTube every day, but when I do come on, at least I'm sharing, so What was your thoughts, man? And anything you want to say before we get off?
I don't know if you guys can hear me, but everything. So when from the time that I met Savon, from the time that I met Savon, it was everything he was telling me I've heard before. But previous times I've heard it, I never listened to it. And it didn't result in nothing but just me wasting money on things that
I
didn't even matter.
can't really hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, but you're in and out. You sound so far in the background.
Give me 1 second. Apologize. Next second.
And there's noise in your background. Like I could hear that and you talking at the same time.
Let me see if I can find some clear connection. Sorry.
JD, you there?
Yeah, I ain't going nowhere.
Okay. Yes, sir. What time you
Hello.
work? Okay, hold on. Yeah. Go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello.
I think Jordan actually trying to fix and stuff.
All right. So what time you work tomorrow?
I don't work.
Oh, you're off tomorrow. Well, I ain't going by your store tomorrow then.
I don't work until all the way at Sunday till 6 in the morning.
No, I ain't going by that store until Sunday.
Oh, well, Jordan gonna be there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I just met Jordan today, so you know me. I want my order. Gotta go.
Hey, Jordan, you gotta get used to him. He gonna told you you need to go. You ain't got patience, man. Skills none.
Listen, man. Time is money.
Money.
Gotta go get it. I
See,
gotta
ain't
go get
nobody
it.
getting in for us.
Huh?
Ain't nobody getting in for us. We gotta get our own.
Ain't nobody getting it for you guys. Guess what? You get in the order for me so I can go. So I can go invest it.
Yeah, man.
That's what, hey, time is money. Every hour, gotta go. I just try to,
Sir.
I just try to let Jordan back in, and try to sign back in, but I click it, but it disappears.
Jordan breaking up a lot.
Huh?
Yeah, yeah, Jordan. It's a Jordan. Jordan, that's my friend. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you honestly. Yeah, like Jordan teach me a lot of things. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like a lot of things I never know. And I just started Walmart. Jordan teach me a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? And he let me know like it's a lot of things you could learn. A lot of things you can. A lot of time me and Jordan sit down, we relax, we talk. You know what I'm saying? We're seeing things from what we're supposed to see things from, like our life, what we living. We going to Walmart, we're punching on the clock. We're not living our dream that we want it to be. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't live at one work at Walmart and live a lavish lifestyle where everybody want to be. Like everybody want to live a life like they want to make sure their family got this daughter. You know what I'm saying? And when me and Jordan sit down, we talk about a lot of times. It's like we punch on one more clock. We punching and living another man's dream instead of living our own. And that's facts. Cause we gotta start to hoping on high. We're young, and we got other people, younger people that coming up, looking up to us. Like, are you guys gonna make this happen for us? Are you gonna make your family happy? Cause a lot of kids out there looking forward to make sure say we as the younger generation, like we as people that they watch growing up, it's like an idol to them. Just like how we watch you guys growing up. And if you guys don't set the example for us, we not gonna do something better. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, me and Jordan, we sit down, we talk, we look at things, and that's how we learn, and that's what we plan on doing. You know what I'm saying? To help ourselves reading ourselves and make ourselves forward to make the big steps. And we appreciate what you did for us, man. And
No problem. Yeah, man. You know what? You guys appreciate what I'm doing for you guys. And I'm more appreciative of you guys listening. You know why? Because I work with children, man. And you guys are young, no longer children, but I work with children. And you guys are young. And I know that you guys are the future. You see, when I get older, just the same way I talk to you now, I know that you are a lot younger than I am. But you know what I do? I treat you like my peer. I don't look at you as, yo, y'all know my age, I'm an idea we're doing a young man. No, I look at you as, listen, man, I was right there where you are, and it's my job to help you so you don't have to wait till my age to get it. I want you to get it now because you know what? When you get it now, as you said, you get to help the younger generation behind you sooner than later. So I'm more appreciative, man, of you guys listening to me because there's a lot of people that don't spend the time listening. So for those people that I have in my circle that actually listens to the information that I'm giving them, I appreciate them more than ever. It's a blessing for me to see Josh, who, is around my age. I spoke to him and he said, many people tried to tell him about the stock market, and it wasn't until I spoke to him based off of maybe the way I spun it to him that it began to register, and he just jumped right in and went all in, and now he's a genius at it. So I have a lot of happiness. That brings me a lot of happiness when I share information and can see somebody have the success that they're having that they never really took the time to believe before. So I'm glad that I'm able to help, and that brings me joy. And I'm glad that you guys get joy from knowing that I didn't have to do what I did, but I did it. And you guys are appreciative of that. So I appreciate it. But I don't see.
well,
Go ahead.
I'm here, man. What I'm about to say is, yeah, man, I really appreciate that too. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready for this. Invest my money to these stacks and help myself. You know what I'm saying? And I really appreciate that you bring me to this forefront. So as a man, I learned some things so I could benefit, so I could provide for my family. And it wasn't for you, I wouldn't know. So at the end of the day, one day could get up and could got history could tell somebody. Just like what Joshua could have history. You know what I'm saying? But in life, people could come to people and tell them things. You know what I'm saying? You could come to me and tell me a thing. But it's my job and my responsibility to put my trust in you for notice. Does he telling me something good? But are you explaining sometimes to a person? You probably explain it the bad way. But some people explain it the other way and and explain it more smoother and nicer. That you'll get the more understanding in it. You can't just tell me something and I got an understanding of it right away. I got to put myself to notice, okay, does this is the right way, does this, does that. You know what I'm saying? I got to put two and two together. And without you helping me, I can't just know it all. I'm not like a genius. So that's why Joshi, what happened to Joshi? People tell him about it, but people don't explain it to him like, that's how you do it. That's how it go. Just like, oh, when you came for your order, you take a time out when you could leave. You know what I'm saying? You take a time out, you explain it to us like, just like what you was telling Jordan when I was there. You was telling Jordan about the what's that car name again? I think
The
it's
Neo,
Texas.
the Neo and the parts to Neo. I mean the Tesla and the parts.
Yeah. You was telling them Tesla, you was like, okay, when you could buy a Tesla, when you could go to Tesla and buy a car, when Tesla got the whole parts there, you could just actually bought that parts because that parts is way more valuable more than the car. And you should know that you could bought that. And you when I heard you was telling Jordan that, that's when I was looking to it like more understanding. I think Jordan started explaining it more to me too at the same time. I'm like, yeah, because I saw Jordan doing it, and that's why I catch on more to the situation. And yeah, 'cause it wasn't for you, Mark wouldn't have got that stuff. Mark didn't know about it. You teach him and tell him about it. So you expand more.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
sir.
well, that's why we older, we want to make sure we help you guys who are younger, and then the age doesn't really matter because we are living in the same world. And I'm always of the belief that when I'm growing up, I see some older people treat some younger people bad. And then when the younger people treat them bad, then they say that they're disrespectful, but respect goes both ways. And I've always said to myself, as a young man, as I continue to get older, I'm going to definitely respect the young and the old. And I'm never going to sit there and be rude to a young person because I already know karma is nothing to play with. I'm not going to sit there and be rude to a young person so I can get it back when I get older. Some people don't think about that, so
Yeah.
that's why I have no problem looking out for anybody because I don't want nobody coming back to me trying to take it out on me what I took out on them, especially when I get older.
Yes, sir.
Yep. I want to be that cool old guy.
Relax, chill.
Yep. Yes, sir. I want to take that coolness to my grave. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. So it looked like Josh called it a night. So we're gonna call this a night. So I will see you Sunday. But if you need anything, definitely message me. But what I'm gonna do is come off of here and I'm gonna call you and I'm gonna give you a few. So I'll call you as soon as I get off of here in about 3 minutes. I'll give you a call.
Okay, sir.
All right.
I appreciate.
And with that being said, I want to thank everyone who came and participated in the chat. And I want to thank you, JD, and I want to thank Jordan, who had a little bit of issue with his mic and wish he would have said a little bit more. So maybe next time he will. But he did a lot of listening. I think he was trying to explain before his mic stopped working well on him. He was trying to explain that he was listening, but before he wasn't, listening because sometimes you do that because you hear the same stuff about invest, you should invest, and you hear that over and over until somebody makes sense of it to you, then you don't really stop to really listen. So I'm glad that he was able to listen and come on tonight and believe, so again, we are a financial literacy teaching program. We appreciate you guys coming on, and we will do this again soon. And for those of you out there who chimed in into the YouTube, and for those of you who may be watching, I come home every day because I'm out there working hard, something I don't have to do, but I'm doing it. Do have my own business, two of them, but I'm out there still working extremely hard to bring in as much funds as I can so I can go all in, to what I know that's happening. So maybe I look tired. Some days I come home and I'm tired and I can't come on because I'm just want to rest. But because I met Jordan today and JD wanted to start getting involved, I said, you know what, I was going to come on. So this wasn't a plan, but I'm glad it happened. And I want to thank you guys again and have a great night. And I believe that's about 2 minutes. So I'm going to get off and I'm going to call you, JD, in 1 minute. Got it?